Right, for those of you that have been following, I've been unable to get this trailer's lights working, but in previous times when I finally rewired the whole trailer, only the back right was working. So now we're going to take it apart and replace it with LED bulbs. Since my 90 has got upgraded LED bulbs, they reckon the resistance might be a bit low. So let's see. So to start and check, we're just going to remove these back casings. Obviously every trailer will be different, but naturally, as long as you can get to the fittings and the filaments without losing the screws, that's where you need to be. Handy. So as you'll see, we've got our grounding, the white wire, and all the different wires that connect to the harness. So initially I was like, oh, the filament and stuff looks well, but if you take it out, let me show you something. So you'll have to take, twist and pull. Now this is the only light that was actually working, and this bulb is stiff, like there's no wiggle or anything between. This one wasn't working. Some might be harder than others to get that twist and that pull, as you can see. Stiff with the contact points, but we'll get it there. So if you can see there, the secondary bulb I removed, it's looking burnt versus the other one that was working. See the filament difference? No burn, so a full replace would help anyway. But if you look at this one I pulled from the left hand side, look how that bulb wiggles. There's a little bit of burn, as you can see, but the wiggle of the bulb is mad. So now we're going to put some new ones in and see. So I popped down and I got some local cheaper LEDs, so that if it does work, great. If it doesn't, hurrah, since they're not hard to change. Any common car bulbs will work. One thing to check is your 2-point and your 1 contact point. So for these bulbs here, look at the 2 I pulled out. The double contact is normally for your brake and your active lights when your car's lights are on, and the single contact point is for your indicator lights. So make sure that you double check all your bulbs, don't just pull one, they might have different contact points. Now for a quick easy install. Now let's say you have your 2 LEDs, but you're here and you don't know what must go where. For those of you that don't know, if you look at the top here, you'll see there's a double pin, so 2 connector points there, and there's a single pin. So naturally the single pin will go in there, the double pin will go in there, and this is as easy as lining up the super expensive bulb and then twisting to lock it in like that, and just to make sure that that is touching at the top. So obviously that's not looking super flush, so I'll push it down a bit, and then same with the double one. This was slightly harder to get out, but I think with it being burnt it was a bit harder. Same thing, and you make sure at the top here that those 2 silver points are touching nicely, otherwise we're going to have issues later on anyway. And that's looking good to go. While you're here, it's always good to check the grounding, just to make sure that the grounding wire is nice and easy connected, that's not looking rusty or grimy, just for the sake of clarity. And we'll do the other side now. Okay, the bulbs are in, so now I'm just gonna, I've checked all the contact points. That one's looking a little bit scaly, but otherwise I think now we're gonna put the covers back on and give it a test. Right, the covers are back on, but it's always worth mentioning, despite me keeping my plastic on, to make sure that this is nice and tight on the side. You don't want water getting in and stuffing up your beautiful connections. Let's test the boy. Okay, she's plugged in, she's nice and shiny after spraying some Q20 on, or WD-40. Now let's see if she's gonna work, boys. Hazards are on. 1. Second one is not working. But the one is working. It's a start.
balls,